So thank you. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you, UN, and people who organizing this DSS socials. Yeah, because you're super busy as you just moved to Nagoya and settling down. And thank you all for attending after your busy day. I appreciate you taking time to listen to our stories. So my talk title is The Art of the Media Relations. And let me introduce first myself. So I'm Tomomi Okubo, manager of OIST Media Relations section. And before becoming a manager, I was hired actually by OIST as media relations specialist in 2015. And even before joining OIST, I was an editor of a lifestyle magazine in Nagano, where I was born, and PR planner of a PR company in Beijing, China, webmaster of an NGO in Ottawa, Canada, and government worker in Tokyo. Actually, my first job was the embassy staff in Tunisia. So it's really different, so different, and so different places. But the one thing, the core thing is really always with kind of PR job. And over the years, I have established 1,000 journalist contacts. And my educational background is actually not a science. My major in university was French literature. And after working a little bit, I went back to university and I got an MBA in France. And aside from the PR job, I am a certified coach. So I do some coaching outside of my job. So this is me. And this is my employer. So to whom I do all my media relations activities. OIST, Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology, is very new. It was established in 2011 at the initiative of the Japanese government. And we are so small, with only about 90 faculty and 300 PhD students. And we are located in a small remote island, Okinawa, which is 1,005 kilometers away from Tokyo, where all the influential media is located. These are actually the communications challenges that OIST has been facing. We have been not known by people of Japan, even though we are supported by the Japanese government. So our communications priority has been to be recognized by Japanese people. However, OIST is a pretty attractive institute, as you see in this photo, the beautiful campus, beautiful environment, and we have many unique features. We are truly international and diverse, with English as a common language. We take cross-disciplinary approach to education and research. We have unique high trust funding for education and research. We secure faculty independence and freedom of research. As a result, we attract many excellent researchers from all over the world. And so it's highly competitive to become our faculty. We also produced a Nobel Prize, a Nobel laureate, Professor Svante Pääbo, who got the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2022. We are ranked at 9th in the world and top in Japan, based on a proportion of publications in high quality journals in Nature Index in 2019. But not only that, this is our people. We are so diverse and fun. You see these happy people? They are the oysters. We do commit to economic development of Okinawa. We open to the community, and outreach like this is one of the most important elements of our university's business. We welcome local students like almost every day, and we try to be the member of Okinawa community. Now I introduce the overview of our communications. This is our team. We have 20-ish people with different expertise. Our team, this green background people, are taking care of this blue text, which I will introduce later. And the other sections, teams are taking care of internal communications, culture events, web design and production and maintenance, social media, photography and videography, community relations, outreach events, and interpretation and translation. This is our team. The media relations section, we do not only the media relations, but also science writing and business article writings. We publish about 100 articles a year, and we produce contents such as podcasts, illustrations, design, and some brochures. We do take care of the risk communication management by providing spokesperson media training yearly, and sometimes giving communications training for researchers, and of course media monitoring. And we are proud member of the co-organizer of Japan Cycon Forum, JSF. I thought it might be helpful to introduce a bit of the media landscape in Japan for those who are not familiar with. One of the Japan's unique features is the press clubs. The press clubs are set up within the ministries, and member outlets have their own reporters stationed there to write about the topics of the ministry they are in charge of. So science or university-related articles are being taken care by the journalists who are stationed at Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, MEXT. And MEXT has 2 press clubs with about 40 and 25 members, respectively. And so if you are the university's public information officer, you send the press release to a person who is in charge of this press club. Your press releases are distributed to all the members. In OIST case, our supervising ministry is the cabinet office, and there are 3 press clubs. And we do distribute the press release to our Okinawa Prefectural Government's press club. And as far as I know, Todai, Kyodai have their own press clubs, which is a great advantage for them. And the other thing that is often said to be unique to Japan is that most of the science journalists who we work with are journalists employed full-time by major newspapers or TV sometimes, and they are professionals who became science writers or reporters through on that job training after joining the company. I think this is due to the fact that there are very, very few science communications degree in Japan than the other countries. So the media relations can be done only dealing with these press clubs and Eureka Alert for international media without even interacting with the journalists directly. So this is kind of default procedure for the university press officer if I would say. But if we conduct at that level, we cannot talk about the art of the media relations. We do a little bit of stretch on top of that. So let me introduce some latest case studies of our media relations outcomes. A Japanese popular TV show, Waratte Koraete. It is a long-running popular show that airs in prime time all over Japan. And it has first picked us up in May last year. And then there, they interviewed students and introduced our students and their research for about 30 minutes. And even they came back and again and again. And you will be amazed by the effect that popular TV shows have on people. So this is our website traffic. When the first show has been aired, we saw the most visitors to our website in our entire history. And the record is unbroken, and I think it would be quite difficult to break. And many people visited our website when the programs aired. This shows that some TV programs having triggered people to search for OIST and visited our website. Google Trends and X showed that many searches and comments were made during or shortly after the program aired. So now realized how influential the TV, such a traditional media, still is in Japan. In Okinawa in particular, we have some data to share with you. In 2022 and 23, we conducted a survey to determine how much awareness the people of Okinawa have of us. In the survey, we found the TV was the top channel of recognition by which people came to know about us for 2 consecutive years, and with really high proportion of people know us by TV. This was followed by newspapers or word of mouth or events we organized. But you see how the TV is most effective to reach out to people. And going back to the popular TV show, Waratte Koraete, you may want to ask how it happened. And it happened like this. Hired as the OIST Media Relations Specialist, my main job was building relationships with journalists. Back in 2017, I traveled to Tokyo almost monthly to develop the relationship with a journalist. I went to see the people in the editorial office of Newton, Japan's most well-known science magazine. And after occasionally sent press releases to the editors I met, depending on their interest. So I kept contact. In 2019, I received an email from one of them saying that he was changing the job. I replied to that email with congratulations and mentioned that, come to think of it, OIST did great in Nature Index recently. And the journalist then offered to cover the story for his new outlet, Business Insider Japan. The article is here. The title of the article is Secrets of OIST Rapid Growth, Overriding Todai Ranking as Top Researchers Pour in from Around the World. The article itself was really, really popular and very well read and became a hot topic in social media at that time. Then time passed. In 2023, last year, a director of this famous program searched with keywords, university, #1 in Japan, research, and then came across with this article. So he called me whether it is possible for them to come to the university and interview our students. The topic they were looking for was SDG. Can we cover anything related to SDG? I immediately responded, all of our research is related to SDGs, so we are happy to receive you. But that alone is not the reason for the same program to feature us 3 times in a row. It is, remember, our community is so welcoming and fun. And also, I think one of the main reasons was that my colleague here, Gakia-san, the current media relations specialist, was very supportive when he received the TV crew, and the crew felt being welcomed. And I like to introduce another case. This is Time English-speaking media, the Japan Times. Here are the outcomes. One topic of our research was introduced in its printed media on top page and inner page search page, and in online media, online article, and then deep dive. It's podcast. How it happened? Well, it was this JSF socials. You remember that in December 2023, UN invited the Japan Times journalist Chris Russell for the event as a speaker. And I joined the event, carefully listened to his story presentation, asked some questions to him to be remembered by him, and emailed him right after the event by writing, I have a story for you. And during his talk, I got ideas what he's seeking for as a writer. So I provided him the one right for him. He immediately started to consider writing the story and even coming down to Okinawa to meet, interview our scientists, and visit the sites. At the same time, I asked Chris if he could introduce me their podcaster, because at that time I was looking for a good podcaster so that my team members could learn how to make a good podcast. As a result, we were able to invite the Deep Dive podcaster and its director to our campus, where they not only provided tips on how to make good podcast, but also did talk seminar for our wider community. And they proposed to tailor the podcast to match the article of Chris. Here are some other examples of our strategic collaborations with media outlets. Last year, in the year before, we collaborated with Okinawa local newspaper, Ryukyu Shinpo, and held sessions at the UN General Assembly Science Summit. With Newspeaks, one of the most growing outlets in Japan, we have held several forums, events together, targeted business people, which were very, very successful. And there are some other examples of the collaborations with prime media outfits. Here are some rules of thumb I have learned from my experience in media relations. 1, be proactive. Meet in person. Know what they like. Personalize your communication. And last but least, be patient. It may take time to see your real outcomes with the media relations efforts. So thank you. This is my end. But before ending my story, if you heard the story and want to get more friends in the media, you have a great opportunity. On August 30th, there will be a joint event at the University of Tokyo Komaba campus where PR professionals from research institutions will present to the media. This is part of the JAXT activity, Japan Association of Communication for Science and Technology, organized by several university public relations officers, including myself, on a volunteer basis. If you're a PR person at the Japanese research institution, you're welcome to become a member and participate in this event. But this event is held in Japanese, and the JAXT is also a very Japanese-speaking association. But if you are interested, please contact me. My email address is here. So thank you very much. This is my end of the presentation. Thank you.